A web feed, commonly referred to as an RSS feed, because most feeds are written using the RSS standard. Usually you will see an icon. Sometimes you might see the name of the reader. Both of these two icons work differently, and I would like to show you the difference. If you're subscribing using RSS and you click on the icon, what you will see, you will actually see the URL of the RSS feed. So be aware, we just opened a new browser window and notice the RSS feed is actually on a different web server. It's not on the wiki, it's behind my domain. Now, you will see the feed here. So if I were to click on this link, it would take you to class 1, class 2, etc. You will see a notice up here. It says you are viewing a feed, learn more about feeds, subscribe to this feed. Now, if I click the subscribe to this feed link, I will be subscribing to it in my browser, which is well and good, but I just want to point out to you that the browser is linked to your physical machine. By using a web-based reader, you can access your feeds from any computer. Okay, so how do I use this URL? Very easy. I copy it, I select it, I right-click, and I copy it. Alright, I'm going to close out of that. Now I go to my web-based feeder, which here is Bloglines. Alright, I have set up a Bloglines account. On the left, it says Add. That is for adding a feed. So I click the Add button, and here is where I paste. Come on, paste. There we go. I paste the URL. Now, sometimes you will not see the file. Sometimes you will just see a web address. You won't see the .xml. Sometimes you might not be sure of the web address or what the feed is. But if you enter the URL, usually the reader can go out and figure it out for you. Okay, I click subscribe. Now I have subscribed. I can preview the feed, which, beforehand. I can subscribe to different options here. All right. So I need to click subscribe one more time. Okay. Over here in the left, you see here's the class. We have subscribed. There are 5 unread items. By the way, Bloglines automatically gives you a feed to their own updates. Now, when you click on the name of the feed, so here we are with the names of the feeds in here. There's other things you can do with Bloglines too, but we're talking about the feeds. And these additional top features here, I can get rid of them. And by the way, I can collapse my panel there also. Okay, so I have 2 feeds here. I've selected the Bloglines feed. What do I have here? Okay, it's telling me, do I want to display all the items, just some of the recent items, or whatever. Now, so sometimes you may not see your subscriptions here. You may say, oh my gosh, where'd they go? They didn't go anywhere. You needed to display them. So I click the display button, and it will show me my Blogline feeds. Now, in the event that you ever wanted to go in and edit this or delete it, this is where you do it. Okay, you decide you don't like it, you can get rid of it. Okay, here's my CSIT 70, and here are my 5 unread feeds here. Okay, so now if I were to click on, it's actually going to take me to the wiki. It's going to take me to class 1 to the wiki, because that's the way I set it up. Actually, blogs are set up a little bit differently. They actually bring all the content right into this screen. Okay, now I'm going to unsubscribe. And now we're going to go back to the wiki, and I'm going to show you how to subscribe using this icon. This automatically, and we will go over, by the way, these are called chiclets. And we will go over all these little buttons that you see on people's websites that says, add to this, subscribe to that. We're going to go over that very soon in this course. Okay, I click my Bloglines icon here. And here it takes me to Bloglines. Now, if I wasn't already logged in, it would make me log in. All right. So now it's telling me here's the feed. Do I want to subscribe to it? I click down, and yes, I subscribe. And here we are, right where we were before. Okay. So by clicking on the specific icon to the reader, it just saves one step. It saves the step that you have to actually get the feed URL and paste it in. It automatically does that for you, so it's a little bit easier. And you will see these on people's websites. They will have a list of different feeds, feed readers. And we're going to do this when we set up our own blog in the next class. Okay, so the RSS icon takes you to the raw HTML. Popped up a new window here. Okay, here is the URL. And by the way, this is a web page. Everything in the browser is a web page. Okay, you can always go to the view menu and the source, and lo and behold, what do we have here? Here is our XML. Okay, this is and here we have the RSS version number 2. So this is the XML document written in RSS, and every item tag brings in a new item or a new post. So this is how you can actually view the RSS by putting the actual feed URL of the feed in the browser, and then of course you don't see the source code here, you see the output. Just like with a web page, you see the output. So if you go to the view menu and click on source, then we see our XML. And from the third class, we talked about XML, and look how it has changed the way we can use the internet and how we can receive information using a feed.